Hello everyone, this is the first video about the respiratory system. With this video, we are going to learn the respiratory system organ structures and their functions. Let's start with the respiratory system. Another name for respiratory system is the gas exchange because there is some respiratory gases. These are oxygen and carbon dioxide. And these two gases are used and produced in the cellular respiration inside the cell, and cells needs oxygen to survive for cellular respiration, and they produce oxygen by side products. Therefore, these oxygen should be removed from these cells. Also, carbon dioxide should be removed from the cells, and oxygen should be come to those cells with the help of circulatory system. But these oxygen and carbon dioxide then goes to the lungs, and lungs are the organs for exchange these gases between blood and outside of the air with the breathing mechanisms. Okay, let's mention about the type of respiration. Actually, there are three types of respirations. Cellular respiration occurs inside the cell, and there are three types of cellular respiration: aerobic respiration, anaerobic respiration, and fermentation. And the main purpose in the cellular respiration is to produce ATP, to produce energy molecule from the food. It can be used oxygen or without oxygen. But internal and external respiration, these are gas exchange. Internal respiration is the gas exchange between blood and the tissues within the organs. And external respiration is the gas exchange. These gases are oxygen and carbon dioxide in the lungs with the blood capillaries. So let's look at the picture. This is the alveoli of lungs, and this is the surface area of alveoles of lungs. And there is a capillary blood vessels here. And with external respiration, oxygen gas is sent from alveoli to the blood vessel, blood capillaries, and carbon dioxide is diffused from blood vessel to the alveoli. And this is external respiration. In internal respiration, this blood vessel carries this oxygenate-rich blood to the cells, to the tissue fluid of the cells actually. And this oxygen molecule is transferred from blood vessel to the cells with the internal respiration. Also, these cells can produce carbon dioxide, and this carbon dioxide is transferred from tissue fluid to the blood vessel, and this is called internal respiration. Also, when the oxygen is entered to the cell, and if it's a eukaryotic cell like human, and this oxygen with the help of glucose and oxygen in the mitochondria can be converted to the carbon dioxide and water and ATP, the energy molecule, and this is cellular respiration. And this carbon dioxide can be sent to the tissue fluid again. And this is the not internal, it's cellular respiration. The main purpose is to produce ATP. Okay, these are the types of respiration. Let's look at the respiratory system organs and the order of air in the tubes. Air, a system of branching ducts and air tubes convey air to the lungs, and air inhaled through nostrils in your nose, and the air goes to the pharynx, then larynx, then trachea. Another name for the trachea is windpipe, and then lungs. But the lungs can be divided into two bronchi, then bronchioles and alveoli, where it is the site of gas exchange. Also, there is a vocal cords in the larynx, and during the exhalation, the air passes over the vocal cords to create sound, and alveoli are wrapped by capillaries for gas exchange. Let me look at the picture of these organs on the respiratory systems. Okay, this is nasal cavity. The air comes from the nasal cavity. There is a mucus releasing cell in the nasal cavity, and also some cilia. Then this air goes to the pharynx, then larynx, then trachea. And the trachea divided into two branches. This is called bronchus. then bronchioles, the many branches inside the lungs, and this bronchiole ends with alveoli at the end. And alveoli is the balloon-like structure, and they are surrounded with many capillaries for the gas exchange. Okay. Mouth and nose connect respiratory system with external environment. Nasal cavity have the epithelial cells of mucosa, and nasal cavity secrete mucus. Mucus and hairs in the nose partially prevent microorganisms and some particle entrance to the body, and this is the first defense of immune system also. And also there is a capillaries inside the nose, and it warms the air during the inhalation, and it's healthier to inhale with your nose than mouth because of these mucus microorganism and warming part. Then air goes to the pharynx, and pharynx connected to nasal cavity, oral cavity, esophagus, larynx, and eustachian tube. All these structure is connected to pharynx. Then after the pharynx, air goes to the larynx, and there is a vocal cords in the larynx part, and these larynx creates sound with the help of vocal cords. It is the larynx composed of cartilage, connective tissue, and ciliated stratified epithelium. Actually, this is trachea. Trachea also connected with three types of these tissues: cartilage, connective tissue, and ciliated stratified epithelium. And there is epiglottis in the larynx. Epiglottis is the kind of, it prevents the seal of the windpipe during swallowing, so that food is not accidentally inhaled through the trachea. And trachea is the windpipe. It have 10 or 12 centimeter length and 2 or 3 centimeter diameter. And it has ciliated columnar epithelium with goblet cell. And goblet cell, we know that goblet cell can secrete mucus in the trachea also. It's made up of hyaline cartilage, and it's a horse shape or C shape. And also their outer layer is made up of connective tissue. The part without cartilage part at the back of the trachea, this is the cartilage, horse-shaped cartilage, but there is a esophagus at the back, esophagus here, and in this part, when the trachea is connected to esophagus, this part is made up of smooth muscle. And cilia moves foreign particle to the pharynx again, and mucus also prevent microorganism and particle entrance to the trachea. Bronchi and bronchioles are the branches of this trachea and composed of muscle tissue, not cartilage. The bronchioles made up of muscle, not cartilage, and bronchioles are inside the lungs. And alveoli, these are the simple, they have only one layer, simple squamous epithelial tissue, and they are surrounded with capillaries in this figure. And cells of alveoli also secrete very important chemical. It's called surfactant. It's a lipoprotein. And the main purpose of this molecule is to reduce the surface tension and prevent alveolar collapse during exhalation. So this lipoprotein structure surfactant is prevent the alveolar collapsing. Alveoli only present in mammals. This alveoli presence is specific for the mammals, and it increases the surface area of respiration. Oxygen dissolves in the moist environment of alveoli and passes to capillaries by diffusion, of course, with simple diffusion, and carbon dioxide diffuses from capillaries to alveoli, again with simple diffusion. And the lungs have the double layer membrane called pleura, and this double layer membrane have two layers, and they called, the inner layer is called visceral pleura, outer layer is called parietal pleura, and parietal pleura enables lungs to attach to thorax and diaphragm from outside. And there is between these two layers, there is a fluid called pleural fluid, which protect lungs and help the movement of the lungs inside the cavity. And right lung has 3 lobes, and because of the presence of the heart here, and left lung have heart is here, therefore left lung has 2 lobes. It's more shorter, and superior lobe, inferior lobe, superior lobe, middle lobe, and inferior lobe in the right and left lungs. There are totally 5 lobes. And this is all about the structure and functions of the respiratory system organs. See you again.